Hey, everybody. Hopefully, all is well with y'all on a Saturday night. Um, I was going to have a night to myself. Told him I was ready, but looks like it's not going to happen. But TK, Robots player, asked if I was doing a watch party. I'm like, no, I'm not doing a watch party because, child, y'all can have at that show. I know it's ratchet. I know it's ratchet. You know it's ratchet. And we know it's ratchet. So what's the point in watching it? I do know that when Take Talks, the Silva, and many others are having watch parties. So please support the content creators that are doing good in the neighborhood. And by the way, shout out to T from TV, a great content creator. And here's the thing, right? For somebody to believe that they have the unmitigated gall, audacity, well, the black audacity, black parks, black imagination to believe that they have the sauce on one thing is bullshit. Because really, to be real with you, court TV is more credible than that person who believes they have the whole block on lock with that case. Okay. And by the way, the more that all of us talk about it, the more we all can make that story rise to make a result of good. So I don't get it. And honestly, too, you sound like a Kelly Price. I don't want to deal with other black women because they're mean, this, that, the third. You do realize you're a black woman your damn self, right? But okay, though. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I told y'all there are some Auntie Rikashanas out here. Child, please. Oh, Lord. You know, sometimes God allows you to take mental inventory. If you really want to know how blessed you are, sometimes just go and look at other people. And I'll let you know how blessed you are. Hey, everybody, welcome in and glad to have all you here. We are just chilling tonight. All the T and China's in the building. Helen's in the building as well. Hello to the 9 people that were here, 6 people now. Glad to have all of you here, child. What a Saturday, child. What a Saturday. Jesus Christ, be offense. All around me every day. I ask for your protection rather, as I travel along the way. It's good to see y'all here. So how y'all doing? How are y'all doing this evening? Yes, indeed. Hopefully all is well. You know, Helen, I don't like it either, but some people, they are about mess. You know what I mean? So you just, love them where they at, Let me pull up this clip, y'all, because I've pulled it up before, but I think it's important. I think it's very, very important. I know, like La Capitana Venus is also doing something right now as well. So, well, let me pull up this clip because I think that some people might need to hear this. Of maybe this is kind of the reason why you are where you are in life. Let me pull up this clip.
Somebody give me a tissue, please. I'm with you. Cheryl Jackson just tweeted, I'm doing the ugly cry up in here. I want to.
Hey, Robots player, I'm not doing a watch party, but I saw that you asked me, so I'm like, I'll go live for y'all.
Up in here. Cheryl, you all the way gone. I see you. Ugly crying up in here. But what just hit me is, because I've had to learn to do this with my mother. That's why it hit me. You've got to meet people where they are and love them at the level that they can receive it.
Hey, Miss Alan Duncan, love you as always, beautiful.
And that's hard because you want to love them. You just want to love them. And I think one of the reasons, if I may say, that we all get so caught up in the way we want to love is because we have these ideals versus realities.
Absolutely.
These ideals versus reality, you have in your own mind what a mother should be and what you wanted your mother to be. And in many cases, your mothers and your fathers can't be what your ideal is. Isn't that correct?
Yes, because they were broken when you got them. See, it's not like you broke me. I was broken when I came here.
Yep.
So even though you need me to have both legs healthy, the reality is
No, Moxley,
crippled.
I'm not doing a
And
watch
I
party
need to know
tonight, child.
that you can love me with a broken knee, with a broken leg. Even if I come
I
short,
still love you, though.
can you love
I
me
still
on
love
my
you,
level?
Moxley. I really do.
There are people amongst us like you and like me and many people in this room who are voluminous. We are 10-gallon people. But we may have been born into families of people who have pint capacities.
Wait a minute. Go ahead, Bishop. Go ahead.
When you are a 10-gallon person and you want love, you want it on a 10-gallon level. But if you fool around and hook up with a pint person, they could be giving you all that they have.
Oh, my Lord Jesus.
Sincerely giving you everything, but it doesn't fill you up.
Because you're bigger than that. What are we talking about here?
Because you operate on such a higher level that you say, is that it? Is that all you're gonna give me? I feel you. But you must realize some people, that's all they got. That's really all they got.
All right.
Some of y'all are pint-sized individuals. And you don't have the capacity, capability, comprehension of brain cells to form a brain to be a 10-gallon person. Child, miss me with that shit. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you all here. We are just chilling out tonight. Y'all know when it's a chill session, my camera is off. But we are just going to be chilling tonight and just having a good old time. Per usual over here, drinking our water, minding our Black-owned business, and going on tour in love, peace, and soul, in the words of Don Cornelius. It's good to have all of you here. Yes, indeed. So we're just going to be chilling tonight. Like I said, whatever y'all want to talk about, I am here to listen to y'all. Like I said, I know there are many watch parties happening. But y'all listen, I'm good. I am good. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let's see what's going on in the world today. And y'all know when we do a chill session, is the topics I pull, child. So I don't have a road map for y'all with destinations. We just gonna be chilling. Okay. Just gonna be chilling. Just trying to give some good company to people who want good company. Amen. But yeah, that 10-gallon store lesson, man, that put me that reset my soul, child. It really did. It really did. Let me see here. So here's this here. I thought this was kind of interesting. Hey, who said that? Welcome in. Glad to have you here. So here's a story here, y'all. Apparently, Rihanna reignites retirement rumors at Fenty Beauty event. Rihanna has once again sparked up speculation about her retirement following a recent appearance in Barbados. During a Fenty Beauty event on Thursday night, she shared an emotional message about her career, explaining that while music brought her global fame, she believed God had more planned for her and did. In a video by TMZ, Rihanna discussed how music opened doors for her, but now her focus is on creating ways that aligns with her true passions, particularly through Fenty. She also mentioned that working on Fenty doesn't feel like a job, especially when it's tied to her roots in Barbados. Since her iconic Super Bowl performance in 2023, where she revealed she was pregnant with her second child, Rihanna has performed very little. Although she did take part in a lavish pre-wedding event in India earlier this year, it's been 8 years since she released the album. Given this extended break, many fans wonder if Rihanna might be ready to step away from music for good. Do you think the Navy will ever get another album? Here's the thing, right? Um, I feel Rihanna and where she's coming from. She is an artist, and artists have the right to run and be free and be creative as much as they want to be. I see her passion in Fenty Beauty, and really, if you think about it, it's actually inspired by her music. At least this is my opinion. The way that we heard Ponda Replay and Umbrella and Live Your Life, and how those songs made us feel included and embraced and wanted, she's doing that in beauty now. And in a world, especially with today's world, with what happened with the election, isn't it nice that we can have a black woman producing a beauty brand for black women? So I think that her assignment has, in the words of Sheree Whitfield, shifted a little bit. but that doesn't mean that she is not appreciative of where she comes from. But I'm not mad at her for wanting to, retire and, really do more. Now, of course, if she, appears on The Voice as a coach, come on. If she appears as a judge on American Idol, which honestly, to tell you the truth, can we talk? Why didn't they get Rihanna as a judge for American Idol instead of Katy Perry? Orlando Bloom is more famous than Katy Perry. Okay? Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight right now. So I just thought that was interesting to me. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with what Rihanna said. And listen, I think the fact that, people, really want music from her, that goes to show her impact in music. The fact that people are still wanting to hear from her musically means that she has done her thing. You know what I mean? So yes, indeed. So here is something here, by the way. Shout out to all the Canadians, in case y'all did not know. This comes to us from Variety. TikTok order shut down Canadian business by a country's government app access to continue. The Canadian government has ordered TikTok to shut down its operations in the country, citing national security risks. Users in Canada, however, will still have access to the app. The government is taking action to address the specific national security risks related to ByteDance Ltd's operations in Canada through the establishment of TikTok Technology Canada Innovation Minister Francois Philippe Champagne. Wait, what? Wait, that's a wait a minute. Wait. Hello, yes. Can I get that your finest champagne, that Francois Philippe champagne? Can I get that, please? Thank you. I'm sorry. That's actually somebody's name. Have you ever wondered, like, hey, Yolanda Cameron, good to see you, beautiful. Have y'all ever wondered sometimes what the parents were thinking with some child's name? Like, I mean, y'all seeing the same name I'm seeing, right? Hang on, let's zoom in here. Francois Philippe Champagne. Don't worry, I'm gonna read the rest of the story. I'm gonna read the rest of the destination. I just had to get this out. I'm just let's roll on, child. Said in a statement on Wednesday via Reuters. This disillusion order comes after a national security review of TikTok's Chinese parent company ByteDance, which has put forth a proposal to expand its business in Canada. And how are y'all going to do that? Because you can't even do TikTok Shop in Canada. You can't. Like anytime that Samantha LV or Relly Rail's Canadian best friend or anybody that's in Canada wants to, buy some Avenue Beauty or really buy any product, they can't do it through the TikTok Shop. The decision was based on the information and evidence collected over the course of the review and on the advice of Canada's Security Intelligence Community and other government partners, Champagne added. TikTok issued a statement Wednesday saying that the Chinese-owned social media platform will challenge the order in court, shutting down TikTok's Canadian offices and destroying hundreds of well-paid local jobs is not in anyone's best interest. Today's shutdown order will do just that. Statement reads, we will challenge this order in court. The TikTok platform will remain for creators to find an audience, explore new interests, and for business to thrive. Canada banned TikTok from government-issued devices in 2023, saying the app presents an unacceptable level of risk to privacy and security. The video app has faced similar scrutiny from the U.S. government. In May, TikTok filed a federal lawsuit seeking to overturn the U.S. law that would force ByteDance to sell the app or face a nationwide ban. And, it's interesting. Child, listen, I know. And, it's interesting because here's the thing, right? For every presidency, there are things that are finished. There are things that have been done. There are things that are unfinished. And we have not heard any other update about TikTok. And I'm not saying that 47 don't like the Chinese, but I do believe that, 47 will have something to say about TikTok. Although he has a lot of MAGA supporters on TikTok as well. So I don't know if he really wants to get rid of the app. But that is one case of many that will have to be handled now. So yeah, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see here. Just going to my regular sources to see if anything is happening. I'm just looking at him. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord Jesus. That's wrong, bro. Hang on. I'm about to show y'all this. Hang on. Oh my God, y'all. Look at this. Instagram, apparently, y'all. Instagram is lowering video quality for unpopular videos. Y'all ain't right, Instagram. The popularity of an Instagram video can affect the actual video quality, according to Adam Maserati, the Meta executive, Facebook executive, who leads Instagram and Threads. Videos that are more popular get shown at higher quality, while less popular videos get shown lower quality. In a video by The Verge, Maserati said Instagram tries to show the highest quality video that we can. He said, but something isn't watched for a long time because the vast majority of views are. In the beginning, we moved to a lower quality video. This is a totally new information. Facebook wrote last year about using different encoding configurations for different videos depending on their popularity. But after someone shared Maserati video on Threads, many users had questions, criticisms, with one going as far as to describe the company's approach as truly insane. The discussion prompted Maserati to offer more detail. For one thing, he clarified that these decisions are happening on an aggregate level, not an individual level. So it's not a situation where individual viewer engagement will affect the quality of the video that's played for them. We bias to a higher quality, more CPU intensive encoding and more expensive storage for bigger files for creators who drive more views. Maserati added, it's not a binary threshold, but rather a sliding scale. A number of users also suggested that this approach creates a system that privileges popular creators over smaller ones. Popular creators to post in the highest quality, which reinforces their popularity while smaller creators can't break through. Maserati said it's the right concern, but he claimed in practice it doesn't seem to matter much as the quality shift isn't huge. Whether or not people interact with the video is way more based on content of the video than the quality. Quality, he said, turns out to be much more important to the original creator. Okay, child, really? This is what we doing? This is what we doing, really? I mean, if you're not Instagram model, or if you're not, a funny comedian, right? Then you get your videos in lower quality. I don't think that's right. And not to mention, y'all are Facebook. Y'all ain't got the money for IT infrastructure. Is this what we're doing? Really? Like, good damn. So you mean to tell me if somebody's trying to showcase activism in, Africa, and because people may not engage with that, you mean it's going to be lower video quality? That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Because what that ends up doing eventually is that can be to the detriment of your platform. Now, of course, somebody has to create a rival platform, but it can be done. This is 2024. But I don't think that's right. I just don't think that's right at all. I really, really don't. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. I'm trying to see. There's anything else here. Yeah, that's crazy though. To lower the video quality, that's a little much. And by the way, y'all, like this AI thing, like y'all do know that Apple has this thing called Apple Intelligence coming out. And I'm just like, really though? Really though? Apple Intelligence? AI for the rest of us. So you can go to the settings app, open up the settings app rather, go to Apple Intelligence in the Siri menu, tap on the toggle to enable Apple Intelligence. At the moment, Apple Intelligence is only compatible with iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max, iPads, and Macs that run on M1 chips. So the new Siri has animation, plus you can always double tap the bottom bar to text Siri when you are in a loud place or a meeting. Siri can also handle stumbling words. So when you say, hey Siri, set a 10-minute, 15-minute timer, it will set a 15-minute timer. You can also ask Siri about Apple system related how-tos, such as how do I take a screen recording. Writing tools, you can now reformat any text across the screen. You can use proofread to check for spelling mistakes and grammatical errors and rewrite this list of text without changing the meaning a lot. You can also change the tone of the text with 3 options: friendly, professional, or concise. You can summarize the text to generate a list, key points, or a table. So you mean to tell me that y'all couldn't just team up with Grammarly and just have Grammarly be the exclusive, software on every iPhone device? Okay, John. I cannot. The Mail app now shows summary of emails in one line without opening them. Okay, now that's helpful. I'll say that. That's helpful. Photos, you can now search for those from natural language inquiries. Additionally, you can create memories via prompts, notification summaries. Apple Intelligence also shows summaries of mail and message notifications. Apple Intelligence now powers call recording with the tap of the button. The recordings are now stored under a new call recordings folder on the Notes app. Well, y'all know that video that I showed y'all, or that I gave y'all of it is illegal to wiretap your spouse. Be careful with those call transcriptions. Both Notes app audio support. You can also record and transcribe audio directly into the Notes app. Apple's AI suite will automatically produce a summary and clear images. You can remove objects from a photo by tapping on the pre-selected selection. You can also select them by circling around them and drawing on them. There's this thing called Magic Eraser that Google has. So they've been doing that, where you can literally circle around and get rid of it. Apple Intelligence doesn't yet have features such as the ability to remove unwanted objects and photos, emoji, image play background, chat, GPT interactions, child. Like I said, I mean, I get that AI can help, but I think people are utilizing AI honestly as more as the source than a resource, right? Because and it's been this huge thing, right? Of it's been this huge thing of editors, right? Editors that edit some of your favorite movies and TV shows, the sound engineers for some of your favorite concerts, right? Everything somehow has an AI interface where jobs are not needed. And I truly do believe it's disrespectful to everybody who has literally went to YouTube University or actually went to actual university or vocational school to learn a skill just for them not to be able to utilize their skill and get paid. You know what I mean? And if we really want to be real about it, if y'all remember Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, then at the end of the movie, Charlie's dad had to come back because he learned how to fix the toothpaste machine that was broken. You know what I mean? So yeah, child. Hang on, y'all, one second. So yes, indeed, y'all. But yeah, I'm not against AI as much as I once was, but I don't think it should. I don't think that it should replace anybody who has put in the work. I really don't believe that because it does nothing good for anybody. It doesn't. It doesn't. Not to mention too, like, can y'all imagine like going to the hospital and you don't ever meet a doctor? It's just a screen that you talk to, and it's artificial intelligence that determines if you have cancer or not. Like, come on now, we gotta be realistic here. We gotta be realistic here. Let's see. Whoa, wait a minute. What is this, child? Okay, I think that this is I don't know, this is kind of an old article. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, child, I'm not. I thought that was something new. So you gotta be careful when you're reading these articles, child, because sometimes it'll just be content. By the way, I don't know if y'all know about this one. I saw this story. I'm just like, you know what? I cannot. So let's get into some things here. From rollingout.com, escape of 43 monkeys in South Carolina raises concerns and calls for action. Now, before I get into this story, I'm going to assume that the monkeys heard what happened and they saw this video.
A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that.
So I guess the monkeys must have saw that video and said, "Listen, we're getting out here too. Okay, listen. Everything's alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Child, listen." Um, in a startling incident that has captured the attention of South Carolina residents, 43 monkeys have escaped from a research facility in Yosemite on Wednesday, November 6th. The escape occurred due to a caretaker's failure to secure the enclosure properly. I'm sure their ass is fired by now. Following the ruckus monkeys to roam freely in the surrounding wooded areas. Local authorities respond to the situation. Local police confirmed that the primates are believed to be in the vicinity of the Alpha Genesis research facility. Excuse me. As of Saturday at noon, only one of the animals have been recaptured, prompting law enforcement to issue warnings to residents. Authorities has advised locals to lock their doors and windows and to refrain from approaching the monkeys, as they are sensitive creatures that can become startled. This is a real story, y'all. I'm not making this up. I promise you. I saw this. I'm just like, now wait, man. I'm gonna let this play out. But turns out this is actually a true story. This is actually a true story. Hey, Mr. Denise, welcome in. Child. Listen, I am just as surprised as you about what goes on in the world. And see, this is why I don't really worry too much, right? Because there is a lot to talk about on YouTube. Like, if you really want to find stuff to talk about, there's plenty of stuff to talk about. Are you sick? You know what? I'm not doing this. I am not doing this. Lewis from The Princess and the Frog, what are you doing crossing a busy highway? Aren't you supposed to be in Louisiana with Princess Tiana? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was the first alligator I could think of. That was a cartoon alligator. Let's roll on, child. If you see the monkeys, please call 911 immediately instead of trying to interact with them. The Yosemite Police Department stated on their Facebook page, the staff at Alpha Genesis are currently attempting to entice the animals back using food to ensure they safe capture. Details of the escape. The incident unfolded around 1 p.m. Yosemite, about 15 miles north of Savannah, Georgia, when a staff member inadvertently left the doors allowing the young female monkeys, each weighing 6 to 7 pounds, to escape. Fortunately, these monkeys have not been subjected to testing due to their age. A spokesperson for Alpha Genesis confirmed that they are too young to carry diseases. I think that was the big worry there. To recapture the monkeys, the facility is employing traps and thermal cameras. Greg Westgard, CEO of Alpha Genesis, mentioned that the monkeys are particularly fond of apples, which are being used to lure them back into the traps. Despite the traps being set, Westgard know that the monkeys have yet to approach them, describing their behavior as playful and curious. They are jumping down and taking the food and jumping back up on the fence of the tree. Once again, they said, lies you tell. We listen. We watched Braylon's virtual tour live, and we saw this video.
A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. People that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because.
They said, lies you tell. We're not doing this today. Thank you for the apple. Now go back in your place. That's what they say to y'all. Oh, my Lord. About Alpha Genesis Incorporated. Alpha Genesis Incorporated is a research facility dedicated to providing high-quality, human primate prides and bioresearch services globally. Their mission is to support the scientific community with effective primate research and development. This incident is not the first of its kind. In 2022, 11 monkeys escaped from the same facility but were quickly recaptured. Animal activists weigh in. Of course, you know they will. The escape has sparked discussions among animal rights activists who are calling for an end to the use of primates in research. Catherine Connolly of the Humane Society of the United States stated the recent escape of 40 monkeys from a South Carolina research facility highlights the urgent need to end the use of primates in research. These intelligent social animals deserve protection, not exploitation. As the search for the escaped monkeys continues, the incident raises important questions about animal welfare and the ethical implications of using primates in research settings. The public's response to this situation may influence future policies regarding animal testing and the treatment of research animals. Ooh, child. If you are in South Carolina, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husband. Oh my Lord Jesus! So wait, they don't like bananas though. I mean, they're female monkeys that don't like bananas, but they like apples though. Okay, all right, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. – 14 people in the building like comment share. It's a try. We're live on tour, just chilling. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why am I extra child? They're female monkeys. They don't like bananas, but they like apples though. Okay. Well then, hi everyone. Welcome in. Glad to have you all here. Okay. Oh my God. Child. Child, when you can read a story and you can genuinely laugh your ass off based off your own comedy, man. Okay, y'all, hang on. I gotta pull this up. This is just disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting behavior. Hang on, I'm gonna show y'all. Hang on, let's pull it up now. Look at this child. From People Magazine, People.com, 3 Delaware school workers fed Takis with hot sauce to students they knew had digestive disability. I hope to God Almighty, y'all go to a Mexican place, they know exactly who y'all are, and they give y'all the hottest hot sauce in y'all burritos. Don't make no damn sense. Michaela Lomax, 31, Marissa Johnson, 26, and Morgan Donahue, 21, are all charged with endangering the welfare of a child. The 3 workers at Delaware Elementary School. At elementary school? Why would Takis be served at elementary school? Jesus Christ. Children are still developing. Okay, chat. I cannot. 3 workers at Delaware Elementary School were arrested after authorities alleged they abused children with special needs. Michaela Lomax, 31, Marissa Johnson, 26, and Morgan Donahue, 21, are all charged with endangering the welfare of a child, according to a press release shared by the Sonora Police Department early November. Lomax also faces charges child abuse and offensive touching. It is unclear if the suspects had entered pleas or retained attorneys to speak on their behalf. Well, why do they need attorneys if they did it? I mean, shall we go back? Right here. 3 Delaware school workers fed Takis with hot sauce to student they knew had digestive disability. Guilty as charged. What do we need lawyers for here? They knew the child had digestive disability. Lock their ass up, throw away the key, and let them have it. And I promise you they'll be high in jail, and it won't be because of Takis. And you can let your imagination wonder on what I'm trying to say there, okay? All right. Investigation that began in February showed that employees working in an elementary school classroom for students with special needs within the Smyrna School District would allegedly throw objects at the students, yell at them, and call them names for the release. According to police, Johnson and Donahue are accused of feeding Takis with hot sauce to a student with special needs in late 2022, knowing that the child had digestive disability. Now, I've never had Takis, but my sister has had Takis before. They are hot enough without hot sauce. Okay, if y'all don't know about the Scoville unit scale, remember that hot chip challenge, that one chip challenge, and how that got people off their rocker? It is that bad where eating hot sauce can destroy the inner lining of your stomach. You know that Flamin' Hot, from Lay's? By the way, if you haven't watched the movie Flamin' Hot on Hulu, go watch it. It is a fantastic story about Richard Montanez. That brother did so much for the culture, and I would love to meet him one day. He's just a great, great brother. But I say the Flamin' Hot stuff because guess what? Sometimes if you eat too much Flamin' Hot stuff, it can affect when you go to the restroom, okay, or the bathroom. So just seriously, you don't have to put hot sauce on Takis. I'm being very, very for real right now. Additionally, lawmakers allegedly hit a student in the face and sprayed the victim with a water ball as a form of discipline. The people in jail got a code. They don't like it when you do something to women. They don't like it when you do it to elders. They don't like it when, good brothers, good men are minding their business and they don't do nothing to nobody. And when it comes to children, it's non-negotiable. So I am sure that the women at that facility, the police station, have probably already heard the charges and they are ready to handle them disrespectfully as they deserve to be handled. Oh, my Lord. Police said authorities have not released any further details regarding the investigation. The Smyrna School District released a statement on November 6th following the announcement of the arrest, saying the district was cooperative with law enforcement throughout the investigation. The relevant employees have not been in the presence of our students since the district was made aware of the alleged wrongdoing. The statement read in part, most individuals alleged to be involved no longer work for the district. It continued with regard to the remaining employees, the district will honor employee privacy rights with regard to separation of employment. We will make our reports to the Department of Education Division, Licensure and Certification. And listen, shout out to them, but let's be thankful for the Department of Education while we have it, because apparently 45 said he'll get rid of it. So if he gets rid of that, just imagine how many other children are being abused at school. When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. But I'm glad that this was handled. Child, I cannot. I simply cannot. That's just team too much. Team too much, child. You know what? Thank you for the Cash App. Thank you very much. That is very, very sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, child. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you. Listen, we do what we can over here for the people, Let's see here. Oh, here's a cool opportunity. Here's a cool opportunity. Now, I've never been to Dollywood, but apparently Dolly Parton's giving away a chance to go to Dollywood. Now, y'all know we love now y'all know one thing we love to do around here is give away opportunities to people. I think y'all know that about us by now. So here it is here. Dolly Parton is inviting 10 families on a dream Dollywood vacation. Growing up in the Great Smoky Mountains of Locust Ridge in East Tennessee as the fourth of 12 children. Oh, good Lord Jesus, Dolly. Dolly Parton admitted that her modest roots meant that she wasn't able to travel early in her life. We got the chance our vacations were down to the river for a picnic or to visit our relatives, the country music legend told Travel and Leisure. We were not found that were lucky enough to say that we could go on a vacation. That was one of her impetuses for behind creating a true family destination with her theme park Dollywood. As its dreamer in chief, she is now partnered with Tennessee Tourism to grant dream getaways for 10 families of 4. You heard that right. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 10 families of 4 who will be treated to a VIP Dollywood experience, including a 2-night Dollywood resort stay when the Pigeon Forge Park opens for its 40th season in 2025. And Dolly made Dollywood because she recognized that there are people in the Smoky Mountains that they need jobs too. And I think we can all admit that if, the aliens came to the earth and asked which person would you want to save, which person do you want us to take away and handle, we would say leave Dolly and take 47 up with you, please, and don't let the door hit his ass on the way up to the ship. Okay, with that being said, we wish we could go on vacations, but we were not that family to have that kind of money, the megastar said. So I'm so proud that I've been able to provide a wonderful place like Dollywood for families. In addition to attending the opening of the landmark anniversary season, we're still in the middle of planning, but I'm hopefully going to do some little concerts and other special things. The winning families will also get season passes to Dollywood, a signed guitar, and activity pass to Pigeon Forge's family-friendly attractions. They have some of everything in the area, she added, calling out examples like putt-putt golf, helicopter rides, and dinner shows like Dolly Parton's Stampede. Now, if you're wondering why it's not being called Dixie Stampede, Dixie relates to slavery. Just like the Dixie Chicks are no longer the Dixie Chicks, they are called the Chicks. So shout out to Dolly Parton for being of the culture, and she has always been of that. And I believe that Black people love Dolly more than somebody like a Kid Rock. Kid Rock really doesn't make any noise anywhere, but you mess with Dolly, you mess with everybody. You understand? And you see, and you get it. To choose the winners, Dolly Parton has traded her mini coat of colors for a Willy Wonka inspired coat, hiding butterfly tickets randomly inside the 90 pages of 10 copies of the new Tennessee Playcation Kids Guide. It can be pre-ordered at dollyplaycation.com and will arrive on November 25th. So basically, if you get one of the butterfly tickets inside that Tennessee Playcation Kids Guide, you and your family will be heading to Dollywood for a VIP Dolly good time. The idea behind the guide is to help kids get involved with planning their family trips. When a child feels like they are a part of making something happen, they are going to enjoy it more. The Imagination Library founder said kids know what they want some more than the parents sometimes. So I think it's good for the parents to listen and let them participate in plan the fun they want to have. So many memories of Parton's youth was forged in the mountains she grew up in. As she said, it was always a treat for us to go up to Gatlinburg, which she considers one of the most special places. She also recalled one of the biggest things for families was getting to go to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park to picnic and play in those wonderful cold mountain streams. As she grew up, she found her own way too. When I first started dating, it was a big deal for us to get to go up to the Smoky Mountains with friends and walk around Gatlinburg. The 10-time, and by the way, this is Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. That is the Pigeon That's the Wild Eagle Wing Coaster roller coaster ride at Dollywood. There, the 10-time Grammy winner still marvels at her old stomping grounds being the most visited park in the National Park Service. I'm especially impressed with the variety of native trees there. She's also very honored and proud to have her own statue in front of the courthouse in nearby Servie, Tennessee. Beyond the area that she grew up in, Parr is also a fan of her entire state as a perfect travel destination. It's like three states in one. You got your mountains in East Tennessee, you got your rolling hills here in Middle Tennessee, and then you got your flat areas in Western Tennessee. She said we got the rivers, lakes, mountains, hiking. We got all sorts of music, blues, country, and mountain. I think it's just great, not just because I was born and raised here, but I've been everywhere, and Tennessee's the greatest state. When she first moved to while she first visited and then moved to Nashville, rather, she was laser focused on becoming a country star. But she also began to appreciate its unique offerings. It was only after starting dating my husband Carl, who was born and raised in the Nashville area, that I actually got to see and do a lot of stuff in the area she made, and now I've made up for it. And by the way, one of the cutest things I heard Dolly say, since, people want to talk about, goodwill buying and stuff like that. Dolly Parton and her husband Carl actually go to flea markets. And because Dolly is so famous, Carl will go inside the flea market. And if he sees something that Dolly likes, he'll go back to the RV and ask, hey, wifey, do you like this or not? So I thought that was really cool. So even Dolly Parton goes to Goodwill and flea markets and doesn't really give two damns ucks or ish about what people say about her, because it's about the character of who she is, not the clothes that she has. Moving on. She recommends first-time visitors go to the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, the Ryman Auditorium, and the Grand Ole Opry. And that fans might especially enjoy the Nashville Zoo and the Adventure Science Center. While she also recommends travelers pick up a brochure and find their own way. There's all those little pockets of gold in Tennessee that you don't hear people talk about, but they're great and real, she told Time and Leisure. One of her favorites is the old English village of Rugby in the Cumberland Plateau. They have old buildings where the settlers came so many years ago from England. I love to go through there, she said. Another of her favorites is all those mountains in and around Chattanooga. She said, those views, my goodness, is just incredible. It's those kinds of inspiring experiences that she believes are so important for families to enjoy together. We've been to school, we've been to soccer, we've been to basketball, we've been to the mall, we've been to this, we've been to that. She said, I think everybody loves to feel that feeling of freedom. We're getting away from the house, getting away from routine. That is the anticipation of feeling like, oh, we're going somewhere. The whole excitement of thinking you're really getting to get away from home. As Aunt Granny to her nieces and nephews. Oh, that's cute, Aunt Granny. She's always been about exposing her family to other places, including the beach and Walt Disney World, as soon as she could. After I got to go where I could make my money and afford to take them to those places, I was always taking them on vacation. Parents said we didn't have that luxury growing up. I made up for it through the years with the kids. But when it comes down to it, the heart is still where her home is in Tennessee. You don't have to get out of the state to find anything in the world you want to see and do. She said, I would say it's the most wonderful place that you could ever go imagining. There's nothing that you can't find in Tennessee. So congratulations there to Dolly Parton. I will take y'all to the website and blessings in advance to those 10 families that will get that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful vacation there. So here it is here. So if you find that ticket right there, oh, it's not letting me. Hang on, can I zoom in? Okay, right there. Lucky you, darling, you found it. Only 10 of them in the world. So if you find that ticket, you will get the chance to go to Dollywood. Now, here's the cool thing. It is free. Getting this playcation guide is free. My VIP butterfly tickets are hidden inside 10 kids guides. If you're one of the lucky finders, you'll get 4 tickets to Dollywood's 2025 season opening to help celebrate my park's 40th anniversary. You also get a 2-night stay at one of my Dollywood luxury resorts, season passes to Dollywood, and much more. So, of course, your name and mailing address there, proof that you're human, and then you get your guide, and then, of course, right there, how long do I have to redeem my ticket? You only have 5 days. Okay, so you only have 5 days to claim your butterfly ticket once your catalog arrives in the mail. So if you're one of the lucky winners, don't wait to let us know. Where do you redeem your ticket? Scan your QR code on your ticket to redeem it. Right here, of course, as you can see right there, that is the prize. 10 lucky recipients will win a VIP celebration at Dollywood's 2025 season opening to help celebrate the park's 40th anniversary. The prize also includes a 2-night stay at one of Dollywood's luxury resorts for a family of 4, season passes to Dollywood, a signed Dolly Parton inspired guitar, and a Pigeon 4 attraction pass to explore some of the city's family-friendly attractions. Of course, there's only 10. And then, are there any exclusions on who can win? Residents outside the contentious United States are ineligible to win. So you do not have to be in Tennessee in order to win this thing. Okay, it's part travel guide, part activity book, and a whole lot of fun to get your kids excited about your family's next big adventure. Request yours today, and then right here, as you can see there. Right there, it's the same thing as what do I win? So I will drop the link if you guys want the chance to win. I'm certainly going to enter because, hey, why not? And not to mention too, that's a limited thing. Like only 10 families are going to get that. So that is really, really cool. Isn't it nice to be on a channel of positivity? Isn't it nice to be on a channel where they know who they are as a person? Isn't it nice that you can talk about anything and everything and still have joy when the live is over? You're not stressed out and it's not like you don't want to ever see them again. Isn't that nice? Ain't that nice? Yes, indeed, child. Yes, indeed. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. 10 people in the building now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, that is the link there if you guys want to sign up to get your vacation guide. And by the way, that will arrive on November 25th. So, and listen, even if you don't get it, I would just say just sign up just to support Dolly. You know what I mean? Because guess what? If that happens, then guess what? She might want to do it again, you know, for the 45th anniversary and the 50th anniversary. And this could be a regular thing of helping families be able to come together. Amen. That should be something we can all be proud of, right? Yes, indeed. Okay, then. Now, I know Toot is a video gamer. Let me pull this up here. Let me see here. For those of you who are video gamers here, let me show you this. Now, this is from Tweak Town. Excuse me. So if you are a fan of Grand Theft Auto, okay, the release date confirmed by Take-Two as a part of its quarterly earnings report for As a part of its quarterly earnings report for the second quarter 2025, Take-Two has confirmed that the highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6 will be launching in fall of 2025. So I'm assuming that will be September, October, around that time there. Take-Two Interactive confirmed that Grand Theft Auto 6 will launch in fall 2025 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS. It does not say for Nintendo Switch, but I am sure it will be coming to the Nintendo Switch. The GTA franchise, the Grand Theft Auto franchise, has sold over 435 million units, with GTA 5 accounting for 205 million copies. As part of its latest quarterly earnings report for the second quarter 2025, Take-Two Interactive has confirmed that the highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6 will launch in fall of 2025. This means the game will debut on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS consoles between September, October, and November 2025. I didn't think it would be toward November. I would think they probably want it to be September, October, or November. September, October, you know what I mean? Because by the time November comes, that means Thanksgiving. With the GTA franchise now selling over 45 million units, with 205 million that can be attributed to Grand Theft Auto 5, there's no doubt that GTA 6 is easily one of the most anticipated games of all time. Based on the hype, it's simply a question of how big it will be, especially when you factor in that the PC version won't arrive until late 2026 at the earliest. Strauss Zinnick, chairman and CEO of Take-Two Interactive, confirmed the release window and stated that Borderlands 4 and Mafia: The Old Country will be out before March 2026. There's also a bit of a BioShock tease, with the franchise highlighted as one of 2K's industry-leading intellectual property. So here is Grand Theft Auto. So if we zoom in here, you can see the visualization of the game from the cars, the beer, and then of course you see you see all the stickers there and the price for the beer there, and you even see the outfits. Like, look at the outfits and how detailed they are. So they really have done their good justice with Grand Theft Auto there. So hang on, child. Hang on, y'all. Because it was like two pictures, so I don't know why. Oh, okay, child. I see it now. silly me. Hang on, y'all. Silly me. Hang on. And y'all, we made it to a full hour. How about that? So here it is there. That's Grand Theft Auto 6. So as you can zoom in there and see, you see how clear the water is. You see how clear the trees are. I mean, it looks like this is a real deal city. Like, Take-Two Interactive, that's definitely done their thing with this for sure. As we look ahead, we believe that Take-Two remains exceedingly well positioned for the long term. Strauss Zelnick said, "Our vision is clear, our talent is unparalleled. We have one of the strongest portfolios of all intellectual property in our industry, with many new exciting titles coming out in fiscal 2026, including Grand Theft Auto 6 in the fall, Borderlands 4, and Mafia: Old Country. We expect to create long-term value for our shareholders. And although we're still roughly a year from Grand Theft Auto 6 launch, we get a new look at the game next month, 1 year after the record-breaking first trailer dropped on YouTube. So, fall 2025, Grand Theft Auto 6 will be coming at you on PlayStation and Xbox XS. So that should be a good time had there. Hang on, y'all. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. Glad to have all you here. Tonight was Love and Marriage Huntsville. It aired. Roblox player asked me, was I going to have a watch party? I said, no, I am not. But I will go live for y'all to just have a good time and to give good company and everything in between. So, yes, indeed. We got 8 people still here in the building. There we go. So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. By the way, I want to show y'all this too because y'all know I always love promoting Black excellence. You know what I mean? So this woman right here is actually not just a model, but she is a owner of her own line. So since some Black women can't stand Black women, even though they're a Black woman their damn self, maybe they can't look this good. Maybe that's just the problem. They just. I mean, it's hard to be something that you will never achieve. You know what I mean? I think a Black woman can just make anybody's day better. But hey, to each their own. So just yeah. And she knows it too. I ain't mad at beautiful. I am not mad at beautiful at all. So just wanted to showcase some love there to Nurshi Official there. And so yeah, she makes her own clothes there. So just wanted to showcase some Black woman excellence there. So there you go. Yes. Hi, welcome in. This is really educational. Love you all. And hi, Brain. Thank you, Diane Graham. We try to do our best around here to drink our water, mind our Black-owned business, and go on tour to give you something different. Because I do believe with this show, honestly, people are looking for a space to fall. They're looking for a way to escape it all. And honestly, too, I think it's important that we have different channels that they don't cover just Love and Marriage Huntsville. They don't just cover reality TV because, like I showed y'all about that story about those 3 white women who gave Takis with hot sauce to a child with a digestive disability. That's more important than Love and Marriage Huntsville to me, because that means if they could do that there, that means your child could have had that happen to, or somebody's child that you know. So we try to do a lot more than most over here. So thank you for recognizing that. Glad to have you here. Yes, indeed. I don't know why, but that just sounds like a news anchor voice. Like, glad to have you here with the emphasis on here, though. Oh, Lord. Like I always say, it's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen, child. Oh, my Lord. And by the way, there is no further updates on the on NBC Universal selling their cable networks. As I told you all, that story came out I think last week, or a couple of weeks ago, that NBC Universal is thinking about selling off its cable networks, which includes the E Network, USA Network, Oxygen, Bravo, the E Network. I'm trying to think what else. Let me see. Oh, they think about selling off MSNBC and CNBC News as well. Yes, the financial network and the cable news network. So they're thinking about selling those off. Now, it's just an exploratory thing. They're trying to cut down debt. They're trying to figure out a way to keep their bottom dollar, so they won't go into the red. So yeah, so NBC Universal might be selling off Bravo, but it's not confirmed yet. It's just a option that they are exploring. So I didn't see a lot of people in the set to cover it, though. I thought that was kind of interesting for people, being so for people being so concerned about, the housewives and everything. I don't know if Kempire even covered it. But I'm sure Kempire will definitely get around to it. You know what I mean? So. And like I said, I don't even know who who would get Bravo. So but yes, indeed. So oh hell. Oh, did y'all hear about this? There are wildfires raging as 27 million people remain under the fire alerts, by the way. Yeah, that's happening. We'll pull that up for y'all as well. I'll be getting off of here pretty soon. By the way, I'll drop the link to that gorgeous black woman if y'all want to support her. Hang on, let me do this here. Yeah, I saw her on my Facebook time. I'm like, hold up, shorty, hold up, ish. wait, you a human being? Wait a minute. So let me pull this up here. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, here it is here, y'all. Pull this up. So here it is here. Wildfires raging across the Northeast as 27 million people remain under fire alerts. This comes to us from...
Tonight, raging wildfires throughout the Northeast have transformed vibrant fall scenery into hellish landscapes.
Trees and brush burning going up the hill rapidly.
In Reading, Pennsylvania, an overnight inferno of about 170 acres in these mountains prompted the temporary evacuation of about 100 homes.
They said that we have to leave because it's for our safety. It's getting too close to our house.
Even with the winds dying down, hotspots like these are still a major concern. Firefighters heavily dousing these areas with plenty of water. Fire officials now hoping to catch a break from Mother Nature.
You know, Mother Nature, it doesn't always cooperate, or she doesn't always cooperate with what we need all the time.
In New Jersey, crews responding to around 40 fire calls in the last 2 days, including this one in Pompton Lakes.
We're putting a lot of labor into putting these fires out. It takes a lot of water.
While overnight in Brooklyn, New York, firefighters rushing to contain a brush fire caused by heavy winds and dry vegetation in Prospect Park. This video from the Citizen app showing firefighters spending more than 3 hours fighting the fire. The smoke blanketing the iconic New York City skyline. In Southern California, this video showing water drops from one of the nearly 3,000 first responders battling the mountain fire, now 17% contained.
It was a matter of minutes. It was that quick. It was like a storm I've never seen before, just swirled and took everything.
While some homes were spared, others were not. A chimney, all that's left standing from this home. Back east, tonight 27 million remain under fire alerts. The danger far from over.
And George joins us from Reading, Pennsylvania. George, firefighters are a little hopeful for tomorrow's forecast.
Yeah, that's right, Jose. Firefighters here at this command post excited for just about any amount of rain. About half an inch is expected. And while it's not the heavy rains they hope for, they say they'll take whatever they can get to make sure they can get the upper hand on this fire. Jose?
Thank you so much, good sir.
Teresa Bourdonnais is a mom, businesswoman, and breast cancer survivor. She says because of the mammogram designed for women with dense breasts.
I think it probably saved me from, at a minimum, chemo, radiation, and certainly it could have progressed quickly.
She was part of a clinical trial to see if contrast-enhanced mammograms used to diagnose cancer by injecting dye into the patient could also be used to screen for cancer.
Was it any different?
No, it's the dye is a strange experience.
Mayo Clinic radiologist Dr. Bhavika Patel led the clinical trial.
And this woman is extremely dense.
On a traditional mammogram, dense breast tissue shows up white, just like cancer.
It would be comparable to trying to find a snowman in a snowstorm.
With contrast-enhanced mammography, Patel says the picture is clear. The dye eliminates the dense breast tissue and lights up a potential tumor.
This breast is this breast. Same day, same time. These images are taken seconds of one another.
In the trial, the contrast-enhanced mammograms found cancer in 14 patients.
14 cancers out of 460 people doesn't sound like a lot.
When we talk about standard mammography, we hope to find 4 per 1,000. We saw 14 per 460. It's about 5 to 6-fold more than what a standard mammogram would show.
More studies are needed before this test is approved as a screening tool, so it may not be covered by insurance. For now, women who want the test would have to find one of the medical centers that offer it and could have to pay out of pocket. But for Teresa Bourdonnais,
do you feel like that test saved your life?
Oh, 100%. Okay.
It made all the difference. Ann Thompson, NBC News, Phoenix.
That is absolutely awesome. Shout out to the Mayo Clinic for making that happen. And think about that. A dye, like food dye, right? That can go into your breast, that can swell up all the tissue around it to find a tumor to get to it more quicker, is quite amazing. And like I said, I know I'm not a black woman, but without black women, there is no black culture. So this is really good for everybody who has went through breast cancer, is going through breast cancer, is going to come out of breast cancer, speaking that into existence. And also, to speaking of cancer, shout out to Mama Uppity. And to hate on somebody for trying to save their mother, you're a piece of motherfucking ass shit. And what? Are you hurt? Did I offend your sensibilities? Do you think I give a flying damn about your existence? No. Anybody who goes against somebody who's trying to help their mother live, that says everything I need to know about you. Okay? So just wanted to let you guys know about those fires, and then that's a bonus story there about a new promising new breast cancer screen. We pray that that is approved all across the world and in the United States in Jesus' name. Yes, yes, yes. Amen, amen, and amen to that. Yes, indeed. By the way, saw this story too. Now I don't think that this is right. I don't think that this is right, but you know, hey, listen, it is what it is, my friends. FEMA employee fired after advising disaster relief team not to visit homes with signs supporting 47. So yes, indeed, let's get into it with this story here. A federal emergency management agency employee was fired after recently advising a disaster relief team not to visit homes with yard signs that support President-elect 47. FEMA did not clarify where the incident happened or when, and the employee has not been identified. By a statement on Saturday, FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell called the incident reprehensible. This is a clear violation of FEMA's core values and principles to help people regardless of their political affiliation, she said in a statement shared with NBC News. Criswell said FEMA's more than 22,000 employees are dedicated to help those impacted by disasters. I want to be clear to all my employees and the American people, this type of behavior and action will not be tolerated at FEMA, and we'll hold people accountable if they violate these standards of conduct, Criswell said. Added that the employee in question was fired. The incident was referred to the Office of Special Counsel. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, my bad, with his Freudian slip of the tongue, said that he directed the state emergency division management to launch an investigation into the federal government's target discrimination of Floridians who support 47. Child, listen. I'll give my opinion at the end. Oh, we're almost at the end. The blatant weaponization of government by partisan activists in the federal bureaucracy is another reason. Hang on. Yeah. 1 second. So with that being said, y'all, let me see here. The blatant weaponization of government by partisan activists in the federal bureaucracy is yet another reason why the Biden-Harris administration is in its final days. DeSantis wrote on Twitter. Florida was severely impacted by Hurricanes Helene and Milton back weeks ago. The hurricanes left over 200 people dead in their wake, including in North Carolina and Georgia, and many structures destroyed. Now, here's the thing, Ron DeSantis. You're upset that a federal official doesn't want FEMA to support people with 47 signs, but yet when the hurricane happened, you did not take calls from Kamala Harris, who wanted to reach out to you to see how the federal government can help your state. So, sir, I'm gonna need you to stand the fuck down, okay? Okay. Now, although I do get why FEMA fired the individual, that employee probably speaks to a lot of the sentiments that a lot of people around the country have. Low key, don't help the people that got 45 or 47 signs. You voted for him, this is what the fuck you get. Does it make it right? No. But like I said before about those text messages and the two people that I mentioned, they have the right to define how they feel. So should we negate how other people have defined that maybe that it's painful for them too? So we got to accept one person's definition but negate other people's definition as well. So Ron DeSantis, what you did was wrong to Kamala Harris by not taking her calls to help your state. That was in a hurricane. There has to come a point in time where country matters more than party. So, and sir, by the way, you taken critical race theory out of school. You taken Black history out of school. You defunded funding for diversity, equity, and inclusion for public universities. Not to mention, too, women don't even have the right to have an abortion, so women could die. You have no room to talk about a female employee who has the right to speak their ever-loving mind. Okay? I said y'all voted for him, and this is what the fuck y'all got. Just saying. 5 people in the building. Glad to have all you here in the building with me. We are just chilling out here. Yes, indeed. Like, really, you getting upset because somebody has the right to their opinion, but yet you didn't respond to Kamala Harris when she called about your state. And yes, that was reported on, y'all. Y'all know we don't make up anything over here just to exist, unlike other people. That was reported on that you did not take the calls of Kamala Harris, who was trying to help your state. I know any real governor, and yes, I'm not calling you a real governor because you are the same person, sir, the same exact person that you got big mad at Disney for wanting to do what they want to do and support the LGBTQIA plus community, and you took away the Reedy Creek district from Disney. But the gag is you gave Universal their own special district. But on top of that, though, you and your wife got married at Disney World, sir. And you lost $1.2 billion that could have been helped to Florida. Yes, Imagineering was going to move from California. Well, some of Imagineering, right, was going to move from California to this brand new campus in Florida. And guess what? Disney rejected and said, no, we're not going to invest $1.2 billion. And by the way, Walt Disney World is Florida's biggest employer. But yeah, he upset that a FEMA employee got the right to have a damn opinion. Are you serious with me? Miss me with that shit. 26 likes. Thank you all so much. I appreciate y'all for being here. Yes, indeed. So I can't, like the caucasity, the cospocracy, and the cosmagination you have to be big mad at other people, but people can't be big mad at you. Miss me with that. That's why Sarah Huckabee's daughter said, one day you might be pretty, mommy. Because that child knows her mama is ugly with her soul. Jesus. Be a fence all around me every day. I ask for your protection as I travel along the way. I know you can, yes, Lord. I know you will, yes, Lord. Fight my battles if I just be still. Lord, be a fence all around me every day. Shout out to Fran Hammond. Hashtag as I come and go. Oh, my Lord. Hey, Miss Shaw H. Tough, good to see you, my friend. How are you? Hopefully all is well with you. But yep, we're just chilling out, y'all. Oh, my Lord Jesus, child. A lot of actual things going on in the world, y'all. Oh, by the way, y'all, let's see here. So here's some sad roller coaster news for y'all. Now, I never got to ride this, okay, but I've heard it's an amazing roller coaster. Since we were talking about Dollywood and things of that energy earlier. right here. Kingda Ka, the world's fastest and tallest roller coaster, is shutting down tomorrow. Yeah. Hold on to your hats, real seekers, because Kingda Ka, the towering titan of roller coasters, is rumored to be shutting down for good at Six Flags Great Adventure. Tomorrow will be the last chance to ride the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster, which has been an adrenaline-pumping staple at the New Jersey park since it opened in 2005, towering 456 feet in the air, launching riders from 0 to 128 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. Kingda Ka has attracted daredevils from around the world, and yet it's been a bit of a headache for Six Flags, while the company has not confirmed the finality of the slope. The ride's hydraulic system, key to its record-breaking speed, faced frequent malfunctions that led to regular closures and costly repairs. Adding weather restrictions and occasional reports of unexpected downtimes, and it's clear keeping Kingda Ka running smoothly has been no easy feat. For all the thrill it offered, the upkeep has become a massive undertaking at the park. As of now, Six Flags hasn't announced any plans for what will replace Kingda Ka, or even if it will be replaced at all. The coaster has been a central attraction for nearly 2 decades, and while some hope for an even bigger thrill ride, others wonder if the park might go in a completely different direction. Really, Baboon Village? Really, y'all could just call it Thrill Jungle Village at all? Really? Okay. Whatever happens, Kingda Ka departure marks the end of an era for roller coaster fans and adrenaline junkies alike. So get there tomorrow for that. Hey, dude, I just talked about Grand Theft Auto 6. I know that you are a video game fan. That will be coming out in fall of 2025 on PlayStation and also the Xbox Series XS. And by the way, one of the best games on PlayStation right now, is Astrobot. Okay, so if you have not seen Astrobot, please cover it, or not cover it, but please play it. It is when I first covered it here on Virtual Tour Live, it really got to me. Oh yes, I have not covered this yet, but we can talk about it. I'm down to talk about it. I did see this, and I thought that this was quite interesting. I didn't know how to really talk about it because it's just like, okay, I don't know why, but here it is from TV Deets. Thank you, my friend. Bravo cancels The Real Housewives of Dubai after 2 seasons. This person right here is a huge character. Sorry, not character, human being, child. Characters come from sitcoms, dramas, and cartoons. These are not characters, these are human beings. So this person here, period dot, is a huge personality. Bravo has decided to cancel The Real Housewives of Dubai after 2 bumpy seasons, while fans have speculated the future of Rod Dubai ever since the season 2 reunion wrapped up in September. This is the first time we're hearing official news, and unfortunately it's not good. The cast was told a couple of days ago. Insiders tell US Weekly Bravo has declined to comment according to the report. Low ratings and low engagement. While Bravo has not yet provided a reason for canceling The Housewives of Dubai, characters have been telling TVDs for months that the network isn't just all into Real Housewives of Dubai due to a mix of low ratings and overall viewer engagement. While season 1 earned an average 0.16 in the all-important demographic of 18 to 49, demo almost 600,000 live viewers, and episode season 2 dipped by an average of 0.07 and an average of 291,000 live viewers. In addition to low ratings, the show suffered from a lack of overall viewer engagement. Views on Peacock allegedly weren't that high. While some fans did appear to really be into the season, it was clear that just a small portion of Bravo's overall audience, considering other series like The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, are performing better in both live viewers and streaming numbers. Low ratings and increasing budget makes it tougher for make for a tougher environment for a renewal. Now, who is this person here? Now, she can get it. This person right here. I don't know who this person is, but yes, I'm here for it. Let's see here. So, The Real Housewives of Dubai was first announced in late 2021 before premiering in June of 2022. Season 1 starred Chanel Anand, Sarah Madani, Carolyn Brooks, Leslie Milan, Nia Ali, Carolyn Stonberry, with Nina exiting the series after the first batch of episodes. While the series was renewed in 2023, Season 2 did not premiere until 2024. Taylor Marie was introduced to the group through Carolyn Brooks, joined as a full-time housewife, and Saba Yosef was brought in as official friend of Sarah Madani. While U.S. Weekly report refers to the term on pause in describing the show's hiatus, Bravo fans in the know means that the show is canceled, has little chance of returning in the future. Well, you know, that kind of makes me think of, y'all know, for example, there's supposed to be the Real Housewives of London, right? So I'm not saying the Real Housewives of London will not have an audience, because I think it will, but with this report from TV Deets, maybe it might be a indicator of what is to come for that franchise. Not wishing that, by the way, just keeping it real. You know what I mean? So thank you for that, Toot. Love you as always. And shout out to Toot Latrice. And Toot in general, just a great individual for sure. Ooh, child. But you big man that nobody wants you around, child. And you will never achieve what you will never become. It is quite a sad existence, child. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you all here on Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. The chill session, in case you need to know where you are, child. Let me pull up the iconic intro there. Boom, there it is. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yes, indeed. We've been here for 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 15 seconds. Glad to have you here. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. So much going on in the world that you can actually cover on YouTube. It's quite fascinating. It really is. Just, go on your Google app and pull things up there. Apple News, Samsung News, Go into sites like the Jasmine brand and the Neighborhood Talk and its own site, and Lee Bailey's EUR Web, and Atlanta Black Star, and so many others that have stories all the time to talk about. But then again, y'all say there's nothing to talk about, but I keep finding stories to talk about. Fascinating how that happens, right? Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Glad to have all you here. If you're wondering what this background is, it is the Bellagio Fountains in Las Vegas, Nevada. Quite a sight to see there. Yes, it is. Yes. Let's see here. Did I drop the link? I think I did. No, I didn't drop the link. Okay, let me drop the link if Toot wants to come up. Let's see here. Let me pin that link there. All right, y'all. The link is pinned if y'all want to come on up here. Glad to have you here, and thank y'all for being here. Yes, indeed. So. I will say this though, right? Genuinely, I don't watch the Housewives franchise. I really don't. I know about Potomac because y'all like Potomac. I know about Atlanta because, Atlanta is that show that broke out for Bravo in terms of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. So I definitely know about the series. what they have been able to do. I genuinely respect Andy Bravo and everybody over there. And even though I didn't watch Dubai, I think that those people, those ladies over there, I think they've done their job. And if anything, we know them now, right? So sometimes you have to be seen so you can be embraced, right? So I think that's probably what happened there. But I think those women will be just fine. And not to mention, too, just because, Dubai may be canceled or looks that way, doesn't mean that they're not still a part of the Bravo family. You know what I mean? So they could, move to the U.S., child. You never know. April, October is here. But yes, indeed. So I think they will be fine, y'all. I really do think they will be fine. So yes, indeed. So I did get a message from somebody. It made me smile today. So that was good to see. But yes, indeed, y'all. We are here just chilling. Oh, this is beautiful. Let me show y'all this here. I think this will make us all smile. Let's see here. And this just goes to show you that when you're chosen and you don't call yourself and you do what you're supposed to do, you be on your square, you get things like this. And child, I don't know how did he drop the ball. I really don't. But there is Haley with Chloe there. Those two beautiful black women. And Glorilla right there. Glorilla's a beautiful woman too. And that is the Femit Forward Award there. So beautiful award, by the way. Beautiful award. And it's the smile for me. Look at that smile right there, y'all. Beautiful, 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 beautiful Haley Bailey. Much love to you, beautiful soul there. See, there is good news to talk about. But, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you always are talking about bad news, maybe you're a bad person. If you're talking about good news, maybe you're a good person. Is it that so simple to define that? And hey, April, October, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Right here on Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. We are just chilling. We've been on for 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 17 seconds here. Glad to have all you here. We've been talking about a lot tonight, so I think we'll probably rock it out until 10 o'clock or so, and probably head on out of here because we have been here for a good while. But yeah, as long as y'all are here, I'm still rocking. But I probably do want to get off at 2 hours or maybe 2 hours and 10 minutes. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yes, indeed. Three people in the building still. Thank you so much. I turn back all those good times we must share, and I must have been blind just to think I found someone new. Are you serious? You know what? Y'all, so my laptop, it costs some money, right? But right now at Best Buy, they have a laptop that's a doorbuster. It is an HP Viticus 15.6-inch full HD gaming laptop. 8 gig memory for 512 gigs, which, by the way, you can also buy an extender for a 1 terabyte. Originally $799. Doorbuster $429. Okay. And they also have an out of the box one for $360.99. That don't make no damn sense. Like, I am glad I have the laptop I have. I really do. I love it very much. But good. Have you ever seen something that hurts you? Like, really though? Now, while I like a Black Friday sale on a Nintendo Switch, absolutely I would. I would actually get that. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, Lord. Like I said, if I could, I would get me a Nintendo Switch and a PlayStation. That PlayStation, I really would get just to play Astrobot. I really would. That would be the only game I would play. And of course, you know, with me, I'm an old school gamer. So Mario Kart, Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Crash Bandicoot. Like I said, I'm very, very old school when it comes to my video games. Not to say I don't respect Call of Duty or Halo or Fortnite or anything like that, but I just like a game that's simple. I like a game where I understand the controls and I can just have fun. Like I said, one of the best video games, of course, you know, Ratchet and Clank. Love that game franchise. Metroid Prime. Sly Cooper 2. If you've never played Sly Cooper before, it's a fabulous series. It's about Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoons, but they don't steal to steal. They actually steal to preserve history. And I thought that was a really cool twist in the video game world. So I definitely love me some good video games. I just haven't played them in a while. And by the way, just because somebody plays video games don't mean that they don't take care of business. Y'all need to stop that shit. Because guess what? Because somebody say you shopping for, you know, Louis Vuitton purses all the time means that you can't take care of business? Come on now. Let's not do that. That's not cool. Not right. Not right at all. Because, child, I have heard so many stories of, well, I don't like a man who plays video games. You do realize there's some girl gamers out here too, right? Y'all remember that Super Bowl commercial with Beyonce? Slayonce. Say my name, Slayonce. By the way, that Verizon Super Bowl commercial with Beyonce was a whole vibe. It really was. It really, really was good. So yeah, I think we'll take it to the house here because it's only one person here, but it's all good though. This was a good show for a bonus show, you know. Like I said, I normally don't go live on Saturdays. I don't. You know, these Black Friday deals makes me wish that Toys R Us was still around, you know. And I think Toys R Us could make a comeback. I really do, because guess what? Like, Toys R Us is the Best Buy of toys, you know what I mean? And even though, you know, social media plays a huge factor in it, Toys R Us, I think if they would have just evolved with, you know, for example, you know, having kid content creators do meet and greets at Toys R Us, I think they would have been just fine. But I'm praying for them to make a huge comeback and be bigger than they were. And I wish they would bring back the Toys R Us in Times Square. Oh my God. Y'all don't know about that, do you? Hang on, let me do this. Since it's just us here chilling. Toys R Us Times Square. Now, this is a channel I love. This is from Defunct Land here. Defunct Land. I'll show you. So this is Defunct Land. So this is a YouTube series that discusses the history of extinct theme park and themed entertainment experiences. They also have a podcast, a virtual reality project, spin-off, and a whole bunch of fun stuff. So this is a great channel. I watch them all the time.
In 1998,
so here we go.
Toys R Us, the #1 toy retailer in the United States, suddenly fell into second place. The 41-year-old chain had been surpassed by Walmart in the battle for toy supremacy. Toys R Us was finding it increasingly difficult to compete with big box retailers. However, Walmart and similar big box stores were not the only cause of the chain's decline. Customers viewed Toys R Us stores as dirty warehouses with no character or charm. On top of this, the management and service at stores was less than stellar. Recognizing this, the Toys R Us board of directors looked to another toy chain that was known for their quality and class, FAO Schwarz. The famous toy stores were experiences in themselves, and the chain was ingrained into popular culture after appearing in the 1988 Tom Hanks film, Big. FAO Schwarz had just the strategy that Toys R Us needed, so the board of directors recruited their chairman, John Eiler, to be the next chairman and CEO of Toys R Us. To assist him, Eiler brought with him Joanne Newbold, a designer that had helped him construct 25 stores for FAO Schwarz. Of the move, Newbold said, quote, "We call it going over to the dark side." Despite the difficult task ahead, Eiler referred to his plan for Toys R Us as Mission Possible. To improve the reputation of the chain stores, he approved an ambitious redesign that favored visual aesthetics over everything else. In order to improve customer service, Eiler approved wage increases for Toys R Us employees. But this was just the beginning. The most ambitious of Eiler's ideas was to open a brand new flagship Toys R Us store in the crossroads of the world, New York City's Times Square. On August 1st, 2000, just months after Eiler had joined Toys R Us, the company announced the construction of the new Times Square location. The space was 101,000 square feet, split throughout 4 stories. The owner of the real estate, Charles B. Moss Jr., had been holding on to the space throughout a rapid revitalization of Times Square, seeing the area turn from a dirty, seedy tourist trap to a premier shopping district. Stores like The Gap and Virgin Megastore moved in, and rents began to skyrocket. Moss was waiting for the right partner for his real estate, which sat on the corner of Broadway and 44th Street. And when Toys R Us made an offer, he accepted it. The resulting Toys R Us would be the largest toy store in the world and the largest retailer in Times Square, 1/3 larger than the Virgin Megastore. The location would cost $35 million to build. It was to be the center of the toy universe, according to Eiler. Designing Toys R Us's flagship store was no easy task. Not only was Newbold designing in some of the most lucrative real estate space in the world, but she was designing far more than just a store. Toys R Us Times Square would be part store, part mall, part theme park, and part event space. The store was constructed throughout the fall of 2001, with a grand opening date set for November 17th, 2001. On November 14th, 3 days before the grand opening, Toys R Us held its first event. A key aspect of the plans for Toys R Us Times Square was for the space to be a stage for toy manufacturers to hold launch events. The first of these would be for the Xbox, with Bill Gates himself present to launch the console and hand it out to the first lucky gamer. 3 days after this, Toys R Us was ready to open to the public. To celebrate the store's opening day, an hour-long character procession was organized. At 9 a.m., over 50 beloved children's characters would walk hand-in-hand from 48th and Broadway to the store. The 4-block parade featured such beloved characters as SpongeBob SquarePants, Bert, Ernie, Barbie, Shrek, and Elmo. which must have been awkward considering that there were at least 3 other Elmos roaming the area at the time. After the parade, the ribbon was cut, with Toys R Us's
Jeffrey the
mascot,
Giraffe
Jeffrey
there.
the Giraffe, dressed to the nines. The Toys R Us International flagship store was officially open to the public. As guests approached the store, they were greeted by an impressive video billboard display with 165 panels, cycling through various advertisements and interior views of the store. As guests entered, they were immediately confronted by Jeffrey the Giraffe, welcoming them to the store. The most striking element of Toys R Us Times Square was its main attraction, a 60-foot-tall Ferris wheel, which was placed in the atrium and spanned all 4 stories of the store. The Ferris wheel featured the chain's signature backwards R in the center, with 14 themed cars, all featuring famous characters from toys, movies, television, and more. The cars included a Pokemon car, a Tonka truck, a Toy Story car, a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head car, a Fisher-Price car in the shape of a Lil Snoopy toy, a Matchbox fire truck, a spaceship with E.T. on one side and Jeffrey on the other, a Little Tikes car, and a Nicktoons car featuring multiple characters, including Jimmy Neutron, Blue, SpongeBob SquarePants, Tommy, Chucky, Reggie, and Little Bill. The cars to the Ferris wheels were, according to Newbold, a quote, torturous exercise in design. Newbold admitted that the final result of some of the cars was less than ideal. She said that the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head car specifically looked off, and that, to her eye, quote, Mrs. Tate looks way too much like Bette Midler. The licensing agreements for each car was for 2 years, and most of the companies chose to renew the license again and again. However, sometime between 2001 and 2007, 2 cars were replaced. The Pokemon car was replaced with a Scooby-Doo car, and the Tonka truck was replaced with a My Little Pony car. Sometime after this, the Barbie's car design was changed to the Glam convertible, and Fisher-Price replaced their Lil Snoopy with a school bus. The store's street-level floor was actually its second floor, and in order to board the Ferris wheel, guests had to take an escalator down to the first floor. Also on this floor were video game displays, an ice cream shop called Scoops R Us, and a UPS store. The UPS store allowed shoppers to purchase toys and immediately ship them as gifts to friends and family. The third floor featured the majority of the store's retail space. An elevated ceiling was painted yellow, and from it, models were suspended. One depicted Superman saving shoppers from a falling truck. The other was of Spider-Man, swinging from webs above the heads of guests. The third floor also featured an elaborate Lego section, with sculptures of prominent New York City icons. Nearby was the Candyland Candy Store, which brought the famous board game to life. One of the most popular spots on the third floor was a 2-story, 4,000 square foot walk-through Barbie dream house.
Yes.
This impressive feature could only be overshadowed by the third floor's signature attraction, a robotic 20-foot tall Tyrannosaurus Rex that moved and roared. This was part of a Jurassic Park display, and the dinosaur weighed 5 tons. During construction, an entire side of the building had to be left open to install the creature. Finally, the fourth floor was much smaller in comparison, in order to allow for the high ceilings of most of the third floor. Its main feature was the Pepsi World soda fountain. Also on the fourth floor, off limits to guests, was a boardroom for meetings that had an incredible view of the store and Times Square. As aforementioned, Newbold and Eiler designed Toys R Us Times Square with...
Pause that for a second. Now, I had no idea about the boardroom, right? But imagine, if you will, if Toys R Us would have stayed in touch with it, imagine them turning that into Toys R Us Studios, where content creators and celebrities can, broadcast live from the Toys R Us YouTube channel. Just a thought. Roll on.
Had an incredible view of the store and Times Square. As aforementioned, Newbold and Eiler designed Toys R Us Times Square with built-in stages for toy unveilings. Toys R Us Times Square did hold many product launch events, bringing in big crowds and rolling out celebrity guests. In retrospect, some of these events were quite interesting.
And now, some of the product launch events held at Toys R Us Times Square. Or, one of the first times the early 2000s unique visual and cultural aesthetic can be viewed in retrospect. Or, oh my god, am I nostalgic for 2003?
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix with celebrity guest audiobook narrator Jim Dale. The Video Now portable video player with celebrity guest Hilary Duff. Is the musical Robot Thing with celebrity guest Rihanna. Rubik's Revolution with celebrity guest Vanessa Hudgens. Dolls from the TV show Lost with celebrity guest Jorge Garcia. Deal or No Deal merchandise with celebrity guest Howie Mandel. Miranda Cosgrove's debut album, Sparks Fly, with celebrity guest Miranda Cosgrove. Twilight New Moon merchandise with celebrity guests Nikki Reed and Kellen Lutz. EA Sports Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2002 with celebrity guest Tiger Woods. The Tamagotchi Connection virtual pet with celebrity guest Ryan Cabrera. Video Now Color with celebrity guests Hilary Duff again and Tony Hawk. The store was also used as a location for open auditions for child stage shows such as Dora the Explorer Live and Blue's Clues Live. As far as design and implementation went, Toys R Us Times Square appeared to be a massive success. However, there were many other factors to consider. The first was rent. The space alone would cost Toys R Us $12 million a year, over $100 per square foot. On top of this, the store opened in November of 2001, just over 2 months after the September 11th terrorist attacks. Americans' willingness to travel was greatly impacted by the events, especially travel to New York. Sales in Times Square specifically were down 40%. However, Elliot Whale, general manager of Toys R Us Times Square, said, quote, "If the traffic numbers are off in Times Square, we are certainly not feeling it." Toys R Us estimated that their flagship store would draw in 20 million visitors a year, 2/3 of the total traffic of Times Square at the time. However, the first year's numbers, in part due to the attacks of September 11th, were reported to be nearly half that, with roughly 10 million shoppers visiting the store in its first year of operation.
That's still good.
Toys R Us Times Square enjoyed an eventful existence. In 2003, the store was featured in the Disney television film Eloise at Christmas Time. That same year was the beginning of the flash mob craze that swept the nation for some reason. And nowhere was safe, especially not Toys R Us Times Square. In August of 2003, a large group of people gathered on the store's third floor, not to perform a choreographed dance, but instead to kneel in front of the T-Rex and scream for a very, very long time. Every holiday shopping season was a busy, eventful, and sometimes dangerous affair for Toys R Us. On November 27, 2004, at around 3:25 p.m., a rush of holiday shoppers were overwhelmed with pepper spray, which was discharged from an unknown person within the store. 3 people had to be taken to the hospital, and all 3,000 shoppers were evacuated. By 2004, Toys R Us's hopes of overtaking Walmart had been dashed. When asked whether Toys R Us was still focusing on reclaiming the #1 spot, Vice President Ursula Moran responded, "No," adding, quote, "We are number 2. In 2005, Toys R Us was bought by 3 investment companies for $6.6 billion. Of this capital, 80% was borrowed, and as a result of the leveraged buyout, Toys R Us was now $5 billion in debt. Eiler stepped down from his role at CEO after the buyout, and Toys R Us began a new, uncertain, debt-ridden future. On top of all of this, the Times Square location had still not turned a profit, although Moran said that it was, quote, pretty close to making money. Toys R Us continued to operate the location off of the idea that the prestige and elegance of the location and experience was worth accepting the losses from the store itself. However, this concept was becoming more difficult to sell, as the corporation as a whole continued to lose market share and close stores across the country. By 2007, alternate revenue streams were considered for the Toys R Us Times Square location, namely children's birthday parties. The store created birthdays packaged for children, including the Dancing Divas Party and the Pirates Passage package. In 2009, Toys R Us acquired FAO Schwarz. With the acquisition, Toys R Us now operated the 2 most famous and popular toy stores in New York City. In 2010, the Delicious World of Wonka, the first ever Wonka retail experience, opened on the 2nd floor of Toys R Us Times Square.
Oh, wow.
A short time after this, the space on the 4th floor was replaced with a new attraction, the Arcade. A sort of annual tradition at the store for a few years was the anti-war toy protest put on by the Granny Peace Brigade and the Raging Grannies, 2 protest groups composed of old women. Every year, the Grannies would march throughout the store, protesting violent video games and toys that glorified weapons and war. The first year of the protests, the Grannies commandeered the Ferris wheel and waved banners off of it. However, they failed to account for their escape route, and being on the Ferris wheel, it didn't take long for the employees to stop them and promptly escort them out of the store. The 3rd year, they decided to switch it up, spreading out throughout the store and waiting until a specific time to reveal their Granny protest. A Graham bush, if you will. Every year, the grannies would be rounded up and asked to leave the store, where they would continue their demonstrations on the street, among the unlicensed costumed characters. On the subject of Times Square streetmosphere, in 2012, in classic Times Square fashion, a man dressed in a knockoff Elmo costume was arrested outside of Toys R Us after he began screaming anti-Semitic rants. The man's name? Adam Sandler. But not that Adam Sandler. By 2015, Toys R Us was continuing to struggle with its debt. The company made the decision to close the famous Fifth Avenue FAO Schwarz store in July, citing high rents. However, the Fifth Avenue FAO Schwarz was not the only casualty of Toys R Us's financial troubles, because not long after, Toys R Us announced that it would not be renewing its lease on its Times Square location. The rent was set to quadruple, and it was now being marketed for $2,500 per square foot. And it was estimated that Toys R Us's second floor, the street-level floor, was worth $42 million a year in rent alone. The massive hole in real estate would be filled in part by the Gap and Old Navy, which combined would fill 60% of the space, with no plans for the remaining 40%. And thus, Toys R Us Times Square, the company's flagship store and the tentpole of its early 2000s revitalization effort, was officially ending its run, and it didn't take long for the autopsies to pour in. The general consensus was that in spite of Toys R Us's aspirations to gain prestige from their flagship store, the benefits did not outweigh the costs. After news was announced that the store was to be closed, thousands of visitors poured into Times Square to ride the Ferris wheel, see the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and tour the Barbie dream house one final time. Toys R Us Times Square officially closed on December 30th, 2015, after a 14-year run. The interior was promptly demolished, and construction on the Gap and Old Navy began in early 2017, with the stores debuting to shoppers later that year. In 2018, McDonald's took 7,000 square feet of the remaining space, opening a 2-story restaurant. Toys R Us remained out of Times Square for just 18 months, before the toy chain returned with a new pop-up store for the holiday season. The new store, while much smaller, also featured elaborate toy displays, and in a nod to the original store, a smaller dinosaur robot. The store was planned to stay open until the new year, but it lasted a few months longer, continuing its run into 2018. Less than 1 month after the pop-up location opened, on September 18, 2017, Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy. The company began liquidating assets, and after a disastrous 2017 holiday season, the chain had no hope of recovering. By May of 2018, all of the chain's domestic stores had been closed. The brand would see a small-scale revival effort within the past 2 years, but as of now, there have been no more ventures into Times Square. Many wondered what became of Toys R Us Times Square's most beloved attractions, such as the dinosaur animatronic. When asked, the president of the construction company tasked with demolishing Toys R Us Times Square said, quote, "The dinosaur? We shredded it and burnt it to pieces. The Superman figure saw a better fate, and it would reemerge on a collector's site with a hefty price tag of $9,800. However, the best preserved pieces of Toys R Us Times Square would be that of the Ferris wheel, with many of the character cars being transported to Orlando, Florida, where they would become parade floats at Give Kids the World Village. Due to licensing issues, E.T. had to be covered up with a gift bag. Toys R Us Times Square did not save the company, and it was not a profitable venture. However, it was successful in creating a memorable and beloved location for tens of millions of shoppers and tourists from all around the world. It was far more than a store or even an attraction. It was an experience. But it takes a lot more than creative toy displays, a unique location, or even a Ferris wheel to elevate a store into something more meaningful. It takes people, and the employees of Toys R Us Times Square were given a tall order. They had to endure raging grandmas, pepper sprayers, flash mobbers, holiday shoppers, stage parents, anti-Semitic Elmos, and millions of more people from all around the world. But despite the challenge, the team at Toys R Us Times Square was able to deliver a unique and memorable experience to millions. Joanne Newbold's brilliant store design would have never been appreciated in full without the work of these people, many of whom were there from the store's opening in 2001 to its closure in 2015. There's no better summation of the weird, chaotic, and special experience that was Toys R Us Times Square than the one provided by customer service manager Johnny Tamaro on the store's final day of operation.
14 years. That's how long we've been here. That's how long this store has been an amazing place for millions of people from all over the world and all over the country and all over the city. Who else do you know in your life that either lost their job or their job finished and the whole freaking world knew about it? Not too many people.
We're famous fired.
We're famous. I have a list of things I won't forget. Things. Number one, do you know where the bathroom is? Number two, is this candy free? Number six, well, can't you check the back room? Number 8, how do I get out of here? Those are things I will not miss. I got a list of things I will miss. It's just one word. Youth.
Shout out to Kevin Persia and the Punchline. A great YouTube. So yeah, if you move around on YouTube a little bit, you might be surprised to find out that there's actual content that won't make you stressed out. There are content creators that actually are good people, and you just might find out that YouTube is not such a bad place. So with that being said, y'all, one love, much love, all love. Like I said, y'all, it is Saturday. I did the Daily Motivator already for this morning's edition. But if anything, I'll just leave you with a word about the power of what you create. As y'all saw in that 19-minute and 57-second video, it talked about Toys R Us Times Square, a place that a lot of money had to go into, but look at the results of what came of that. That's the first thing I would say. So just because it may be a venture that not everybody understands, it doesn't mean you won't find your audience. The second thing I'll say to you in relation to this is that you got to think about how big Toys R Us was, right? To be the place where a kid really could be a kid. And that really, it went to show that all of us are just trying to find some joy. And finally, when you can see channels like this on YouTube, it should let you know that everything is going to be all right. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. Trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, we're also be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just showcasing that. Listen, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, it's not what they call you by. It's what you answer to. And guess what? The gag is what they wish they could call them, they will never be able to answer that. So, always remember, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it, wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn. So, finally, y'all, this is going to be the first fresh week after the election. If you want love, give it. If you want grace, give it. If you want a space to be heard, then give that too. And by the way, y'all, in the words of John Legend, we're just ordinary people and we don't know which way to go. But let's just take it slow. And finally, I've been around for 30 years. God bless that 30 years. And I don't know what the future holds, but I do know who holds the future. As long as God's in control, we're going to be all right. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. And I'll see you real soon. Have a good one, everybody. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessing on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. I send it right back to you. Now, bye, everybody.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless, we will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zola. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too. I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara,
Ginger.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once, please, 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 it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You help make this dream come true.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. author, ruler, man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.